Hello YouTube people, this is Ryan. Ryan's Journey. Still alive. Two days to go. Day after tomorrow at 9:45 a.m. on Monday, February 24th, I will be having a vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Pretty excited. At this point, I've almost eliminated all fears of the surgery. Just glad to get everything done I needed to get done. The most difficult thing at the last week has been to not get sick. I mentioned, if you've been watching my videos, that my son was pretty sick when we went to Vegas a couple weekends ago. He has just barely recovered, maybe not even all the way. But he got my wife sick, and they both have been sick. She missed a couple days of work this past week on Wednesday and Thursday. So as you may know, any surgery patients will know that you cannot get sick. You cannot have a bad cold before you go in. Now, I'm dealing with a little bit of allergy, which you may hear, but that's not a cold. So I've done everything. I've washed my hands 15 times a day. I come home on my lunch break, I sanitize the whole house, I spray Lysol, I air it out with fans. I do sleep with my wife in the same bed, and my son oftentimes sleeps in between us. So to not get sick has been a miracle in itself. But that's been the biggest chore. But I think I'm on the home stretch. They're both feeling better now finally, and good to go. Haircut. Yep. As you can see, it's all gone. When you don't got much to work with, sometimes you got to make a move. So this morning it's 4:30 now, and it happened about 10 o'clock this morning. But you know, what can you do? I don't know. This is long term, but eventually this will be a long term thing, because unfortunately I do not have enough hair on my head. But in a way, I mean, it's been all day. I've been super busy today. Side note, because I'm on pure clear liquids right now, which is #starving, and I am looking forward to getting this done, and eventually someday getting even pureed, even some protein shakes, even some non-clear stuff. But it's kind of like day 2 of clear liquids. But yeah, I've been busy. You know, took my little son out to play tennis, walked to the haircut place, mowed the yard, edged the yard. Yeah, we have yards that grow here where I live. It's sunny and probably 75 today. It was a little windy. Went to the beach for a while today, but it was windy. But doing all those things and having the hair shorter, I almost in a way feel a little bit less self-conscious about my hair not having it. Not feeling like, you know, I'm missing spots, of course, but that's a funny thing. That's kind of a Fat Kings thing that I'll get to later in the video. Shout outs. Big shout out to Tanya VSG 2011. I'm sure everybody who's watching this video has watched her. If not, go subscribe to her. She's a vet and she knows what she's doing. I really appreciate her videos. All right, so thanks, Tanya. You gave me a big shout out on your Back to Basics video. I will be on the other side here shortly, so hours away, ready to roll. So also another shout out to Westerly Cirrus 2009. I think it's David, but appreciate the shout out the other day from you also. And you're doing great. Your videos are very helpful to me because you know, you're just out and you're posting what you're going through, and whether it's walking around your house or the burping, appreciate it. Thanks to you. Numbers. Started this journey. The first day that I met with my surgeon was November 18th, 2013. That was my highest weight ever recorded, probably ever was, and that was 326. Today, this morning I weighed, I was 299.4. So I've lost, you know, a little over 26 pounds on my own, pre-op, basically staying low carb, trying to do smaller portions, partially liquid. So partially 1 or 2 protein shakes a day, trying to do a lot of Crystal Light, no more sodas. So that's going well, but you know, if I could keep this off long term, I would have already done this 100 times, right? So today I kind of hit 299.4 the morning we flew out to Vegas a couple weekends ago, but I didn't count it because I weighed like an hour later and it said 300.2. So I'm counting this one because I know it might be less right now if I weigh, because I'm on these liquids. I'm drinking Crystal Light. I'm eating these little sugar-free Jello cups. And this is my next topic. I'm drinking Isopure. These Isopures, I made a GNC haul. I got four Isopures. This is a zero carb, 40 grams of protein, 100% whey protein isolate. It is, this flavor is apple melon. I have not opened this one yet. The one I did try, two of them I got on sale, on clearance for $2.69, which is a steal. These other ones were like $5 each. The $2.69 ones are Alpine Punch. I have tried that one. I don't mind it. It's got it's different. What are you going to expect out of 40 grams of protein in a fruity drink? So I can get it down. I drank a quarter of it. So that's what, 10 grams of protein. And, but I'm hungry as hell. These aren't filling me up. I wish I can eat. I have my son all day today, watching him while my wife works, and just feeding him. I want to take bites of his food, but I haven't. Been good today. Want to show you another one that I got. I got two of this kind. Now these are cheaper. I think these were like $3.50 or so. And these, let's see if I can get close here. Where am I at? You can see that. It says protein ice, 42 grams of protein, 0 lactose, 8 grams of BCAAs, whatever that is, gluten-free, 13 grams of glutamine, made with 100% protein isolate, fruit punch. It's 20 ounces, 42. I haven't tried these yet, but they're cheaper. The guy at GNC said he likes them, so I'm going to try those. I might save those for after the surgery, though, because those will come in handy. This is my first experience with these kind of protein drinks, but as on a clear diet, I got to do these. The doc said, they said anything that I can see through is good. Everything got really real for me last night because it's the first time I ate plain chicken broth. Plain chicken broth. Heated it up. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It just tasted like Safeway, which is the brand I got. They have big containers where they have chicken carcasses soaking for days, and they collect all that broth, put it in these little boxes, and it wasn't too bad. It just isn't really filling. It fills you, but it's not something that makes you where you're not hungry anymore. But I gotta do it. Gotta get through it. That's my dinner. I'm trying to stall it out to get to that point where I'm gonna have a bowl of that wonderful chicken broth. Looking at my list over here, Fat Kings Friday yesterday. Man, one of my favorite ones so far. I gotta admit, you guys, I can relate to this one a little more. The topics we talked about, I talked about, the topics you guys talked about. I think, you talked about some of the things that the younger generation doesn't get. I can't even remember what it was, but I got it. You talked about trying everything to get under that 300. I've been over this 299 I have now. This is the first time I've been under 300 in maybe 6 or 7 years. I mean, it's been a while, and maybe 4 or 5, but it's been a while. And I've tried to get down, and I've never seemed to get under that mark. And even now I'm under it, but I can, one sandwich and I'll be right above it. So I've tried everything. Chris Waffle brought up a point about how his sleep apnea and his thyroid issue, he thinks, has messed up his metabolism so much where he had a hard time on his own getting below 300. And maybe that's part of what's going on, because I sleep with a BiPAP machine. I have for 7 years. I have sleep apnea. for the last year and a half, I've been taking a small dosage of thyroid. I think it's called endothyroxine or something thyroxine. You guys might know if you know about thyroid. So yeah, I can relate to having issues with that, and hopefully this tool will help me. I also made the trip from Oregon to Cali. They spoke about that last night on Fat Kings Friday. All right, sorry, getting interrupted by the 2.5-year-old boy. And back on track. So I made the trip from Oregon to Cali in 2007. I lived in Oregon, Southern Oregon for 5 years. Now, the town I lived in Southern Oregon, I would say 40% of the people are from California. But right when you move there, you have to get rid of your plates, license plates. You can't really talk about California. I worked for a place where we had a name tag, and it said where you're, what town you're from. My town was obviously from California, or when you were born, I think is what it said. My town was California, so they said, no, we better just put our local town here. So I can relate. In fact, 3 days after I moved to Oregon, my license plate on my Toyota pickup, Tacoma, it got egged right in the back. I don't know who, got to my car one day, it had been egged by 3 eggs. So they're not really feeling the Cali love out there. And what's weird is I never noticed that vice versa. When people come from Oregon to here, I never say, oh, well, let's egg their car. They're from Oregon. It's like, so I find that a little bit strange. But after you live there for a while, you kind of start understanding they just have a lot of pride for their state and feel like Californians are coming in and buying up all the property and tearing it up. But I even seen a little girl one time say, look, Daddy. There was a car parked sideways in a parking lot. Look, Daddy, they're parked like a Californian. And this girl was only like 6 years old, so they're already teaching them young over there. Anyway, so cool show, guys. Good job. Phil, TJ, Chris. Keep it up. I already talked about my GMC haul. One thing at GMC they had, and the guy talked me into, and I almost bought, it's a liquid multivitamin. I was asking him if they had bariatric stuff, and he said, technically not bariatric. We have our own stuff that a lot of the bariatric patients will use, and that liquid multivitamin is something they use. And the stats look good. I mean, everything looked fine with it. And I'm worried about the multivitamins I have to crush them up, at least initially. So it was like $39, $32 if you have a GNC card, which I might buy. That was just a little bit expensive, and it was only for like a 30-day supply. You do a cap full. So I'm curious, what do you guys think about the liquid GNC multivitamin for us weight loss surgery patients? Post below. Love to hear what you think on that. How am I doing with this clear liquid stage? I'm getting by. I mean, if you guys ever done, like the liquid phase stage, is one thing. But a clear liquid stage, it's just, you don't feel like you can ever get any kind of substance inside your stomach to make you feel full. But I'm just trying to stall time, get a little bit of Jello or something in when I can. But it's not for everybody. But the difference, and I talked about this in my last video, but my last video, the sound was messed up. My Logitech C920 is not working right. I called Best Buy. I only bought it last month with a gift card I got for Christmas, but it was cool. I liked it, but it's no webcam detected. I'm looking at it right now. So this is actually from my Note 2 cell phone on the Face View side. But it works. I mean, I'm sure the sound will come through a little better. But what was I thinking of? My mind isn't as clear because of this liquid diet, or clear liquid diet. Oh, what I was going to say, in my last video, I mentioned that my doctor, and that's surprising to me, and it's in my handbook, she didn't need me to do a liquid diet for 2 weeks. She needed me to do just 2 days before surgery. But that's a clear liquid diet. She doesn't want anything in the stomach, nothing that will have a residue. So that is kind of interesting. I still did kind of more of a liquid diet throughout those 2 weeks, off and on. I would have my protein shakes and Crystal Light, and I would eat salads and things that were pretty light, but I wanted some cottage cheese. I wanted to try to keep it light, and I started my clear liquids yesterday, so 3 days instead of 2. just hoping any little thing I can do to make it better, I'm trying to do. That's a big part of why I've lost the weight I have so far, is I really am motivated to make this a safe surgery. So every pound you lose is going to make it safer, in my opinion, we'll call it, and others' opinions. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just want to get a few like quick jab things in. I know it's probably a longer video, but hopefully I'll edit it down. I wanted to have it a little bit small bursts of impactful information. I'm excited. I'm ready. Today's almost, it's almost over. It's 5 p.m. on Saturday. So I got Sunday, and then Monday I got to leave at 7:45 to get to Santa Barbara. No, I got to leave here at 6 a.m., get to Santa Barbara by 7:45 so I can have my surgery at 9:45. The wife's going to have the camera or her phone, and I told her to take some videos. I'll try to edit some and get them out. I will somehow let you guys know that I made it out and I survived as soon as possible. But all the support has been amazing. Simply amazing. I couldn't ask for more. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for everybody that comments. Thank you for anybody who has just a prayer or a positive thought, whatever you're into, towards me having a successful surgery on Monday. I really appreciate it more than anything. And so that's it. Till next time, guys. Peace. All right. A couple things I wanted to add before I let you go. I forgot to talk about it earlier. Funny, quick story. One about the hair. Okay, so as you see, I don't have much hair right now. Surprised the wife. She didn't know. She came home on her lunch break. I'm out mowing the yard, and headphones, sunglasses, mowing the yard. She comes. I look over. She's just looking out the window like, because she's always been kind of against me, really, really shaving it down. But I don't know. I think she got used to it after a minute, but she was pretty freaked out. So that's a funny story. If ladies out there know what it's like to be surprised like that on your lunch break. Another funny story, when we were in Vegas, we didn't take the pants because I had a 46 size pants, jeans, and they were too big. They really, I could have tightened with a belt, but they looked too big at this point. So we're thinking we can get a pair there in case we want to go to a nice dinner or a nice show where we got to have a little bit dressed up. And we shopped around and couldn't find anything. It was a dumb idea. We were in a hurry. It was early in the morning when we had this thought to not take those pants. And so we ended up booking a show and a dinner where I had to wear jeans. So what ended up happening is we went to Caesars, and they have a mall in there, and there's a Gap. Went to the Gap, and I thought, whatever size they have, I'm just going to try to make it work. So 40, this is them. This is a gold jeans. 40 was the only size they have. I haven't worn 40 in, I don't know. That might be 10 years. I was down to 34, my lowest weight in late high school. I wore 36 for a while and 38 for a long time, and then it just started creeping up, and I've been at 44s and 46s for a while. So these are 40s Gap pants. Paid way too much. Of course, it's in Caesars. I don't think Gap is that expensive normally, but I went in the dressing room and they actually got them. I actually got them buttoned, and I was kind of excited in a way. They were so tight I couldn't wear them like that, but I got them buttoned, and with a long shirt you wouldn't notice hardly. And so I tell the guy, hey, can my wife come in the dressing room? Yeah. So she comes in, and she almost had a tear because she's been with me on this journey, seeing me go through all this, and she was pretty excited that I got it done. Plus, she was excited we got to go to the show and not look like fools with some cargo shorts or khaki cargo shorts I had. So we made them work, bought them, paid the big cash, and I think I used one of her rubber hair ties on the button, almost like you do for a collar if you got too tight. And so it was an extender, and I had a longer shirt. So I made it work, and we had fun that night. It was cool. And I brought the pants home. And so these are my gold pants at this point to fit into these 40s comfortably. I like the pants. It's pretty good quality. And so that's a goal right there. One other thing that's kind of interesting and funny in a way, my mom sent my wife's birthday present last week or week before, and she sent 2 of these books. They're little photo album books. One of them is sitting on the phone sitting on the phone that I'm recording, so I can't show you that, but these are all pictures of me from, you know, younger, and it's pretty funny just to show her what I might look like. And I'm like, I'm not going to look like I'm 20 again or 16 like in this picture, but, you know, hopefully I can be healthy and lose weight. But there's some funny pictures I'll show you. So you can see, pretty thin right then. This is junior year of high school. This is me as a kid. I'm the one here. Sorry, so I was a chubby kid when I was a kid. And there's a picture of me there. That's my brother. I don't know why I'm wearing Rams, but I guess Rams were cool back then. Again, in the Raiders shirt. So went from chubby to skinny like you saw for a while, and then gradually from there gained weight. The other one's got some pictures kind of gradually through the years a little bit, but you know, still pretty good shape. But since then, you add 5 pounds a year for 10 years or 12 years, add a couple. Next thing you know, you're up 100 pounds from where you want to be. So anyway, sharing a little bit extra here on this video today, but why not? Life's short, right? Thanks for following. We'll catch up with you next time.